Guys, I'm in a really weird city because the city is completely flooded and you can't pass through here in the middle because it's completely underwater. But we have to get through all this flooding to get food in Roblox, which is right here. And if we don't get food, we're basically going to starve. So guys, I'm heading out here too because I have to get some food. But there's a really big problem. We basically have to wait for this rain to stop in Roblox. And because of that, this security guard is right here, stopping the players from leaving. But guys, the player just arrived here and he said, "Why can't I go?" Guys, it's pretty obvious why he can't go. He can't go because his car won't make it through this flood. He said, "It's impossible to get through. Don't even try your luck." Guys, that was really weird because it is actually possible to pass, but it's not recommended. Guys, I just came back here because I'm going to have to wait for this rain to stop in Roblox. But now, it's definitely going to take a long time, but it looks like it finally stopped raining, which means we can basically get through here because the flooding is gone here in the city. We can finally pass through here. Guys, he just opened the gate and now we have to run through here in Roblox because we need to buy food before it starts flooding again. Guys, I'm basically following him. He's turning right here and he just crashed his car. Guys, I don't know how he did that, but now he's looking at my car because we have to buy this quickly. Guys, I just arrived at this house and now I'm the first in line. You can see that he just got here too. But guys, there's another player coming here. He also came to this line in Roblox. Guys, we're finally going to have food. You can see that this door finally opened and this player is going to give us food. He even grabbed this exact box and now he's going to give it to me in Roblox. I think I'm going to have to go up here and now I finally got this. Look, thank you so much. We have a lot of food here. We have enough to last a day in Roblox. Now I'm heading back here because I'm really happy, but I'm also waiting for the other players to get their food, especially this one, because his car broke down. But now, he got his box, and now he's coming back right to my car. But I want to see if my friend will also be able to get this. He just climbed up here. This player said, "The food is gone, now leave." Guys, this is really weird. The food just ran out, and my friend didn't get any food. Guys, this is really unfair. I said, "I'll share with you. It's all good. Seriously, I'm really going to share all of this." Now he's going up there. Guys, I'm actually going to deliver this box now, and then he'll give me back what's left. He said, "Thank you so much. I'll just take a little and I'll leave the box at your house later." Guys, now he's leaving and going back to his house. For those who don't know, my friend's house is exactly this house right here. He leaves his car inside and then he'll give me the box at this house. But now I have to help this player just get his car back because for those who don't know, his car is right here. I don't know how he managed to do this, but he broke his Roblox car. So he has to come here to get his car back. But guys, it looks like he managed to do it. But now it started raining and he finally came back here. Guys, it rained so much that it completely flooded the city. And guys, this is really bad. So much so that he came here to my car because he's afraid of the rain. He said, "Let's stay here for now." Guys, there's a big problem. This flooding just lasts for hours. This isn't going to go away anytime soon. In fact, it's going to take a really long time. So much so that the security guard closed the gate and he'll probably only open it again tomorrow, which means we're stuck here forever. But now I'm going up here because I want to explore this side of the city. I always come here just to get food, but today I want to check out this house because I don't know whose house this is. He said, "It's the president's house. Haven't you seen it before?" Look, actually, I've never seen this before. Guys, I'm coming right here to check this out. It's really a rich person's house. Pretty interesting, especially because it even has helicopters. But guys, for some reason, a police officer just showed up here. I don't know how he got here, considering there's this rain in Roblox, but he's coming up here like this, and he's going into this room, and apparently this is the president. He said, "Hey, there were 2 players who stayed here. I need you to turn off the rain." Guys, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know how he wants the president to stop the rain. But the president got up here, and apparently he has these buttons that are really weird. He said, "Perfect, the rain will stop soon." Guys, I don't know what he's talking about. I just know that this is really strange. But now he's coming back here to do his things. Guys, he just came back here, but he walked through the water, which means they've been lying to us this whole time because they always said you can't step in the water, but they themselves are stepping in the water, which means everything we know is a lie. They've been lying to us, making us work for them, and we've been living a lie. But guys, it looks like it finally stopped raining and the flood just disappeared. This really was a lie. He said, "And now, should we tell everyone the truth?" Look, we can't do that because if we do, this news will reach the president, so we really have to hide this. Guys, I'm heading back to the car and we're going to have to go back home after all of this because this was really bizarre. So I'm going down here. Guys, there's a problem. The president just saw all of this. He probably knows that we saw all the messages. I really hope he didn't notice this. I really hope he didn't notice that we saw the messages. But now I'm heading back here because we have to go back to the neighborhood. But before that, he's going to get his car. He has to follow me in Roblox. Guys, I don't know what I'm going to do. I've been living a lie this whole time. I don't know if I should just tell the truth to the players. I really don't know what to do. But I just came back here. Guys, this player also came here and I want to see what he has to say. He said, "Let's make our own farm and stop buying food from the city." Look, this is going to be great. But if they find out about this, it could be a problem. So we have to do all of this without the president finding out. But guys, a player stood up here and I don't know why my friend was here this whole time. He said, "Wait, let me help. I'm good at farming." Guys, I'm going to let him help because he accidentally heard the message. He wasn't supposed to know what's going on. But by accident, he ended up finding out a part of what's happening. But he didn't discover everything. He still hasn't figured out the truth about these rains here in Brookhaven. So much so that I'm going up here because suddenly it started raining. Guys, it's raining a lot and the city flooded again. So much so that he closed this gate and we can't pass through here anymore. I said, "But where are we going to make a farm. It's impossible to do that. Seriously, there's no way to make a farm. Guys, my friend is looking here. This player said, my gray house has a giant backyard. It can be there. Guys, his house is exactly this orange and gray house, and he really does have a giant backyard. So, guys, this is exactly where they're going to make the farm. So I'm basically following him because he had a great idea. Now he went right in here, and I'm coming too because I want to see how they're going to do this. But he grabbed this shovel and handed it to me and also gave one to my friend. He said, and start planting. Guys, he started planting here, so I started here too because we have to make a lot of farms quickly here in Roblox. He said, it's been raining all day, but I know how to fix this. Guys, I don't know what my friend is talking about, but now, after a long time, we finished this. This is a bit crooked, but it's what we have for today. But I just left here. This player left here too. I want to see what my friend is going to do, but he just grabbed this hammer. He said, learn from me how to save this farm from a rainstorm. Guys, but he started building something, and it looks like he finally finished it. Guys, this turned out really interesting. We have this thing that's blocking the rain and basically protecting all our crops in Roblox. It looks like this player is coming back here just to eat his food. But guys, the idea my friend had was genius. So much so that he came back here. He said, we're going to have to put up an artificial sun. Guys, I don't know what he's talking about, but he started doing something, and he just put up this light that's probably meant to simulate the sun. I said, is this going to work? Guys, I doubt this will work because it's a really strange idea. He said, the scientist was the one who taught me this. Okay, guys, this is pretty interesting, and now we're finally free from the city's president. We're not going to buy things from him anymore because now we have our own farm. Now even my friend changed his avatar and he started watering the crops. Guys, I'm going to take the opportunity to leave because I have more important things to do. Guys, this player came here too. He said, hey, should we tell the scientist everything that's going on? Look, I think we should tell him because the scientist is a good guy. So now I'm heading over to tell the scientist, but it looks like he went back inside. The scientist's house is exactly this one, so I just got here. And guys, there's a lot of technology in here. You can see that he's right in this part, but he just picked up the phone. He said, okay, President, I'll turn off the rain. But now he's messing with something here again. I don't really know what he's talking about. But guys, out of nowhere it stopped raining and the flooding disappeared in Roblox too. I don't know how this is possible, but it looks like the president is coming here now. It's really weird that he's coming here, but the gate just opened and now he's basically coming up here. Guys, I'm a little scared of this, so I'm coming here to hide. Guys, the scientist noticed that I'm here. He said, hide. He can't see that there's someone here. Guys, the president just got right here, but there's nowhere for me to hide. There really aren't any hiding spots here, so I'm basically climbing up here because this is the only place I can stay. But guys, the president just got right here to talk to the scientist in Roblox. So much so that he just closed this door. He said the following, I need it to rain for 20 days. Guys, if it rains for 20 days, this will simply be the end for everyone. Because people won't be able to buy food, and a large part of the population will simply starve. But now even the scientist got scared. He said, you want to destroy your own population? Guys, I also think that's what he's doing. But guys, he just said no. He said, I want to teach everyone to only buy their food from my store. Guys, this is really weird. For those who don't know, this is the president's store. I didn't know he was doing all of this on purpose. Guys, I'm secretly recording this. I'm literally recording everything that's happening to show the players. And now he left. This president is really strange. Now he just left and is heading back to his house. You can see that he just came back here. He's the strangest president ever. Guys, now he even came up here. I said, who knows the truth about what's happening? Guys, I want to know how many people know the truth about all of this. The scientist definitely knows this. The president also knows this. But I want to know if the soldier also knows the truth. He said, the soldier knows the truth. The only way to end all of this is to capture them. Guys, but here's the thing. I had an idea. We need to make a trap to capture all of them. And for that, he's going to have to follow me in Roblox. I'm basically going to take his car because this is urgent. Guys, he even came here and now I'm going to have to come back here. He said, there are other paths like this one behind you. Guys, it looks like he wants me to come right here. So, here's the thing. I'm heading back here and I'm going to go out through this path. I never came here before because they used to forbid us from coming here, saying there were cameras, but apparently all of this was a lie. And guys, now I'm arriving at the prison because we're going to have to set a trap because we have these two cells here. I'm going to start building something in Roblox. Perfect. Guys, I just finished this. I just built these two cells. I basically made his equipment because he's going to call the two players to solve a problem here. And as soon as they both come inside, we're basically going to close the door. He said, okay, I got it. I'll call them now. Guys, he grabbed his phone and it looks like he's already calling the president. So much so that he's already leaving here to see what's going on. Guys, I have to hide back here, right in this part, because the president just arrived right here. Guys, he's coming right to this part, and now apparently he's going to have to come inside here. But now, the president is confused, but the scientist left and closed the door, and it looks like the president is scared. So much so that he said, what are you doing? The scientist is basically saving everyone, because the president wants to destroy everyone. And guys, I'm just watching everything that's happening. But now he's calling the soldier. This idea we had was really genius. He's basically inside here, because the soldier is already coming here. He's coming here to see what's going on. And guys, again he came inside, the scientist left and closed the door, and now we're finally free. We're really free in Roblox from all these players who were changing the weather. But guys, he's looking here. He said, now everything will go back to normal. I don't know why he said that at the end, but it's pretty obvious that now everything is really going back to normal. Guys, a lot of time has passed, and it's finally morning, but everything here has gone back to normal. That soldier that used to stand in this part is gone, and now everyone is living a normal life. So much so that there are new players moving into the city, and there are also people renovating their houses. In this case, the scientist is rebuilding his house, and everything is going really well. Basically, the city went back to normal after the president left. But guys, there's a problem. Out of nowhere, he showed up at my house, and he said, "What are your last words?" Guys, I don't know what I'm going to do. This is simply my end. There's literally nothing I can do. But then a player arrived here, who apparently is aiming this item at the player. He said, "Raise your hands now. I'm a soldier from their team." Even he got scared and just raised his hands. Guys, it looks like I'm safe. And finally this soldier turned to the good side. He's basically working for us now, and he just saved me in Roblox. Guys, I live in a city where I'm really poor, and my friend is in the same situation as me, but I had a genius idea. There are several trucks that pass through the city, and all of them go to a very specific place, which is the beach right up ahead, and they pass exactly through this tunnel. So I'm going to make a border for them to pass through, and have to pay a fee to me. Now even my friend got here. He said, "But you need materials that only the army has." Look, I know that, and because of that, I have a plan. I'm going to invade the military base and steal all their equipment. That's the best way to get the gear we need. He said, or we could join the military and get the equipment. Look, that idea he had is really much better than mine, especially because it'll be easier. So now I'm going to get this car of mine. I hope he comes here too, but apparently he agreed and now got in here. He's basically going to help me carry out this plan, which is going to be really hard, but I'm sure it's going to work. I'm going to leave my car right here because now they're recruiting soldiers and I need to be part of that urgently. Perfect, I'm here in the line. My friend also got here and he's in the line too. We're all in this line to join this army. He said, "Come on, you'll have to prove you deserve to be part of the army." I don't know what I'm going to have to do to prove I want to be part of their base, but I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'm ready to do this. Now it looks like we have to follow the soldier, so we're all following him. There's just one player missing here, and he finally just got here. But guys, all the materials we need are exactly in this truck right here. There are a bunch of things I'll need for the border I'm planning to make. I need to grab all of this. He said, "Do 500 squats." Look, that's a lot. I don't know how he expects us to do all that, especially because it's impossible. But they started doing it, so I started too. But this is going to take a while. You can see it's already getting dark, and we're still here doing squats. Apparently the players finished, so I finished too. Now he came closer. He said, "Everyone is now part of the army. Welcome. Look, thank you so much. I finally did what I really wanted here in the city." But he picked up this box. I don't know what's in this box, but it's probably something important for us who want to be soldiers. He grabbed this box too, and now only my friend is left, and he finally picked it up. But I'm opening this box here to see more or less what's inside. Now I look like this, and this box really had a lot of interesting stuff, and I want to see the players' outfits. Apparently this player looks like this. Now only my friend is left, and he looks like this. Now we're all in the army. But now it's officially nighttime. He said, "Attention, everyone sleeps here starting today, and good night." Look, this is terrible, because if I sleep here, I won't be able to carry out my plans to get rich. Now they're coming here to basically sleep. Even the soldier came here. But guys, I'm going to have to pretend I'm sleeping. But actually I'm going to steal all this equipment. Apparently he's calling me over there, especially because we have to pretend to be asleep. But he came back here. He said, "Pretend you're asleep. I'll wake you up in the middle of the night." Okay, that works. I'm actually going to sleep, but my friend will wake me up. So guys, I'm lying right here. Now he turned off the light, and he's pretending to sleep here. All of this just to steal some cones. But now I'm just going to sleep here. But guys, it looks like he's waking me up. So I finally got up, and we have to get out of here because we have a very important mission to do, which is basically to steal all of this. This equipment is used to build borders, and it's exactly what we need. He said, "Let's grab weapons too. We have to take everything we can." So now he's heading back here so we can get the weapons. They're right here. Perfect. I got this one, and it looks like he grabbed that one too. So now we have to go to basically start our very important mission, which is to build a fake border to make a lot of money and finally become millionaires. But guys, it's really late. I can't see anything. It's really hard to see right now. The gate is closed, but I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to press this button right here. Perfect. The gate opened, but we have to get out of here fast and return the truck immediately. Guys, I'm arriving up ahead, and now we finally got here right at the tunnel we wanted. This tunnel is going to be really important. I'm going to build a border right here. So now we need to start building because this is going to be the most important thing of all. Now he brought some boxes and is placing them on the ground. He placed these cones here. Guys, this is starting to get really interesting. It's starting to look like a real border, but I'm heading back there to grab more boxes and basically keep building this, especially because I'm not done yet. We already have this gate. We already have lots of cones, but now comes the decoration part. We have to convince everyone that this is official, and for that I'm going to add more decorations and lots of things that only the military has. Perfect. We finally finished this, and now we have to return everything before the two players wake up. If those two soldiers wake up, both of us are going to jail, especially because there's a truck missing. He said, "Yeah, let's go. But first, open the gates." Apparently he wants that opened. So guys, I'm going to open this, and now he's heading back here to open this gate, but I'm going to have to drive this truck. My friend has to get in here. I don't know if we went too far, especially because we joined the army just to steal their stuff, but I'm heading back to the military base, and I'm hoping they didn't notice what happened. Now the gate closed, and we simply came back here. Guys, I'm coming back too to pretend I'm sleeping, but my friend turned on the light. He said, "Wake up, it's already 6 in the morning." Guys, it's true. It's actually getting light. It's turning into daytime, and it's time for the soldiers to wake up. After all, the two of them are sleeping here. Now they finally woke up. Both of them got up, and are ready to start the day. So now I'm heading back here to make breakfast. Actually, I'm pretending I woke up, especially because I just did one of the most important things ever, which is that border right over there, which I still can't take care of. But later I'm simply going to make a lot of money. And for some reason, they're all sitting here basically waiting for breakfast. He said, hurry up and make my food. I'm hungry. Okay, I can't believe I'm going to have to do this. But guys, I grabbed some food from here and put it on the table to eat, especially because we're all hungry. Now they're all eating here. But guys, they have no idea what I just did. They don't even suspect I took that truck, but I need to get out of here fast to start my new business, so I'm closing the fridge, and now I have to leave. Now even my friend is coming over here, but there's a problem, because this player came back. Maybe he noticed something's wrong. He said, if you're going to patrol, take a military car. Look, that's great. He really thinks we're going on patrol to protect Brookhaven City, so let's take this exact military car, because it's the best one of all. Now my friend came up here. It really looks like we're very important people. Even the soldier noticed that, and just returned to his military base. While they're having breakfast here, I'm leaving because we have very important things to do. So I'm arriving up ahead, and now we finally got back to the border, and we're going to have to take care of all this. So now I just closed this gate. My friend is coming up front to close this other gate, but I don't know if anyone is going to come through here. Maybe there won't even be people passing through anymore. Actually, there's a truck coming back here, and apparently it's bringing a lot of important things. Now it's arriving here, and guys, this is our first customer. Now it stopped right here, and we're going to have to get some money from this player. We're going to have to charge a fee so he can pass through the border. In fact, he just got out now, and he's paying right here. He handed over all this money, thinking this is actually a real border. He's looking around here. He said, it's absurd to have a border here. This isn't efficient at all. Look, I know it's not efficient, but it's something the mayor of the city would definitely do. So because of that, he didn't even suspect this might be fake. Now my friend came here and opened the gate so the truck driver can finally leave. He's heading back to the city, but he's carrying a lot of strange things in his truck. I hadn't noticed he was taking illegal stuff into the city, but now it's too late since he already left. But now my friend showed up here. He said he's carrying illegal stuff. I think we should stop him. Look, I know that's true, but if we stop him, they'll find out this border is fake, and maybe the only ones who will go to jail are us. Now he went back there to take care of the border. I'm heading back too, but from what I saw up ahead, there's a lot of important stuff. It looks like this is where they leave the cargo for the boats to pick up and basically take across the sea. It's actually a really interesting system. But now there's another truck coming again, and it's coming straight to our border. But this truck, I'm going to check to see if it's carrying anything illegal. And now it's finally arriving here. But from the speed it's going, I'm sure it's carrying something really illegal inside that truck. So I'm going to have to check it. I said, open the truck's cargo. Seriously, this is going to be really important. But actually, he seems pretty suspicious. Apparently he was expecting this, but now he's heading back here. He jumped over this fence, and finally he's going to open it. But actually, his truck doesn't have anything unusual. It's really just a normal truck. But he's looking over here. He said, it's so nice to see you guys wasting your time. But guys, he's laughing here. Look, I want you to hand me your passport so I can check if you can pass through here. But now he even got scared, but he gave it to me. I'm checking his passport. Apparently it's expired, so he's going to have to pay a fine. He said, that's not fair. You're just doing this to get revenge because I laughed at you guys because you're wasting your time. Look, I'm not wasting my time. I'm actually working, but I'm going to let him pass because I can't arrest him either. But he just closed his truck's cargo. Then he handed over the money, which he gave to me here. He said, thanks, I can't go to jail. Next time I'll come back with a valid passport. Now he's coming back up front to his truck, and he simply gave us some money. But I'm coming here to open this gate so he can finally pass through. Now he's heading up front to deliver some cargo over to the boats, which are really important shipments, especially because they're taken across the sea to really distant places. Now I'm closing this gate, and apparently the player is right here because he's going to deliver several boxes here. But my friend is coming back up front. I don't know how much money we've made. He said, we already have 500 in just 1 hour of work. Look, that's still a lot. So today we're going to make enough money to renovate our houses, especially because my house is really simple, and everything here is really destroyed. My house is basically falling apart, and there are a lot of things here that are totally crooked, and I'll finally have money to fix it. Now he went back there. Now this truck is coming back here again, and it's really starting to get late, which might be a really big problem. But guys, he stopped in the middle of nowhere, and apparently he's turning here and taking a different path. He just found a way to avoid paying our fees. This is terrible, because if more people find out about this, we're going to start making less money. So we need to build more borders. Now he's coming back up front to his base, but now he's getting closer. He said, there's nothing we can do. This border is illegal. Yes, all of this is really illegal. I don't know how no one has reported this to the military yet, especially because there's a high chance we'll end up in jail. But now I'm heading back here. But now it's already nighttime. This is a problem because I think we should go home, especially since it's starting to get dangerous. We don't know what kind of people come through here. Maybe even criminals come through at night, and we have no idea. But now another truck is coming here. This truck looks really expensive, but it also looks kind of suspicious, especially because all the lights are off. Now it got right here, but I'm going to need my friend's help to see what's in this truck. Now he's coming over too, because this is going to be really important. I said, get out of the vehicle. We have to check everything. Seriously, he has to get out, but he seems like a good person. Still, I need to see what he has in his cargo. because it's really strange that he's traveling at night. But he grabbed this money, which he handed over to me. Look, this is really great. That's a lot of money. But even so, I'm going to have to check what he has in his cargo. He said, but why? I already paid you. I already gave you money so you wouldn't bother me. Look, I know you paid, but I want to check the cargo just to see what's inside, especially because I'm curious. So he's heading back here. And guys, he's finally going to open it. And you can see there are several boxes inside. And for some reason, there's a player in here. I want to know who that player is and why he's being taken far away. He said he's the most wanted in the city. He has 5 stars and even a $5 million bounty. Look, that's a lot. Even my friend is seeing this, and apparently he came back here. Looks like he's calling for help. But the thing is, this player is going to jail because even though my border is totally fake, I'm not going to let him leave the city while literally committing crimes. Now another player got out too. Both of them are basically going to jail. But now they're finally coming here, and we're basically going to get a lot of money from the bounty on that player, especially because he's wanted for $5 million, and we managed to catch them. Now he's looking over here. He said, congratulations, $5 million will be deposited for each of you. But what is this border? Guys, this is terrible because this border is fake, but I have to come up with an excuse. I have to invent a reason for them to believe in this. I said, I built the border because I noticed a lot of illegal stuff was passing through here. Look, I'm making that up. I actually did it to make money. He said, great job. That was genius. And now I'm finally a millionaire. But guys, now a lot of time has passed. I have this millionaire house, and my friend also got his house. We're both really rich, and now the border is official. It's not a fake border anymore, especially because there are soldiers working here. I literally turned this border into a real one by accident. For those of you who don't know, here in Brookhaven, we have this subway, which is the closest thing to a train. But this isn't a real train. So today, I want to see with you what a train would be like here in Brookhaven. I'm going to use Roblox Studio to put a train in the game to see exactly what that would be like. But I live in a society where everything here is really weird. My friend has a classic avatar, so I did the same, and I'm coming here to pick him up so he can help me put a train in the game. He even stood up here and said, let's get the train. But first, why are they spying on you? Look, they're spying on me because basically I'm new here in the city, and they all want to know what's going on here and why there's a new resident in town. And they're all spies. I literally live in a city full of spies, and this is the supreme spy. But even living in this weird society, I'm here today to put a train in the game. My friend said, okay, but let's go far away from them. They're weird, and they really are strange because they're spying on me for no reason. Now my friend came in here, and I'm going ahead to choose where the train is going to be. And the train has to be in a very specific and interesting place. My friend said, why not place it around the whole map? Look, that's a great idea. Putting a train all over the map would be really interesting. But I want him to help me choose which train I should use because I don't know if I should go with a realistic train or maybe a simpler one than usual. And he's not saying anything. He said, they're spying on us again. And I don't know what he's talking about. And I also don't know why he's yellow. But there are several players here, and they're really spying on us for no reason here in Roblox. But I'm going to start now by placing the train track. But there's a weird car coming here, and I don't know what it's doing. But it's very close to us, and maybe that's not a good thing. So I'm going to ignore it and work on my Roblox game. I'm basically building this, and the train track is looking really interesting. It's actually very nice. But the cars can't get through here. If I take any car from the game, like this one, which is the official Brookhaven car, and then I try to go through here, you can see I won't be able to, because the car doesn't have enough power to pass this part, which is higher. So I had an idea. I'm going to place this giant ramp, and the problem is probably already solved. My friend said, hey, look around. But I'm looking around, and they're all spying on us. This is simply the weirdest thing of all. They won't leave us alone. Now this player is coming over here, and this is the supreme spy. I really don't know what he's doing here, and I also don't know who this player is. The only things I know about him are the things the other players say. This player is recording this, and apparently he got scared. He got so scared that he decided to leave, and this other player also decided to leave, because it looks like that player is dangerous. What happened was really weird. They're all coming back here to the neighborhood and going back to their jobs, which are fake jobs, because they're spies. But I want to see where this player lives because I ended up forgetting. And it looks like he came right here and he's crouched here just watching what's going on. But apparently this player is staring at me. He said, I don't want you to make a new Brookhaven with trains because I prefer the old one. Look, I know you prefer the old Brookhaven where everything is very realistic, but unfortunately that can't happen. I'm not going to stop making my Roblox game just because this player is angry. But now I'm going to take my car and I'll have to test this giant ramp because I want to see if it's going to work. I'm even accelerating as much as I can, and I'm really starting to go very fast. Now I finally managed to get through here, and I got past the train track, but obviously I'll have to fix this and do it in a better way, because I can't just place a ramp. But I just found this other train, which is really interesting, because it moves on its own. So I'm also going to place this train in my Brookhaven, so I can crash into it and see what happens with the car. Now it looks like the train is going to fall down here, and I'm going to remove these 2 blocks. I'm going to delete this part. My game is really getting very interesting, and there are already 2 trains working. But there's a problem happening here. This player is aiming this item right at me, and my friend is apparently going to get arrested because he's handcuffed. So I raised my hands too to avoid trouble, and we're being taken away here. My friend went inside there, and it looks like I'll have to go too. Guys, this is really bad. He just closed the door, and it looks like we're being arrested just because I'm making a Roblox game. And this is the most unfair thing that's ever happened, especially because my friend didn't even do anything wrong. Now we're being taken up front, and at this moment we pass near my train, where the track is right here. But now I place the new train, which is coming through here, and it goes exactly in this direction. I don't know if I can come inside, but the train is going up the mountain for some reason, and I don't know where it's trying to go. But if I take a car like this one and get right in front, something really weird will happen, because the car will be completely destroyed. Literally, the car was completely destroyed. So besides having a normal train in my game, I'm also going to add a train that destroys everything. Actually, I placed several cars here, and I want to see what happens as soon as the train gets here. And you can see that it just arrived, but the train simply stopped. And this is the weirdest thing that has ever happened. The train is stopped here, and I don't know how. But I'm coming here to save the train. I'll have to move this car out of the way. And actually, I got eliminated. But now, I'm being taken up front, and I really want to know where I'm going, and also why my friend is here. But he arrived at a very specific place. We're literally here in the barn. I don't know why he brought me here. Now he's going to open this door, but this is so unfair. So I'm leaving, and my friend had to leave too, all because he doesn't want me to make my game. He said, here in the City of Spies, it's forbidden to make copies of Brookhaven. Look, that doesn't make any sense, because he's not even the owner of the game, and this is the most unfair thing I've ever seen. But there's a car coming here, and it's coming straight at us, but it looks like it's our friend. He literally just arrived, and he said, boss, let me handle them. Now he's holding this item, and this is really bad. It looks like his boss is leaving. He's getting in his car and driving away, and what this player did is unforgivable. He literally banned me from making my Roblox game, and my friend said, obviously I'm not going to arrest you guys, so come with me. And guys, this is really good. He just opened this door, so I'm going inside, because it looks like he's one of the good guys. Now my friend is here too, coming back in his car to basically save us, and everything this player is doing is really good. He's literally saving us. But this player is here in front, and it looks like he was waiting for my friend to arrest us along with him. But now, my friend is right here, and that player is coming to see what happened. He even came here to talk to him. This player said, aren't you going to arrest them? And he really wants us to get arrested, and my friend ran away from here and is coming at full speed. He really saved us. But I don't know where he wants to hide. In fact, he arrived right here and apparently changed the color of his car. And surprisingly, he's really well disguised, and it's going to be hard for the players to notice there's a car here because it's camouflaged. Now he went down there, and it's really going to be hard for people to realize we're here. He said, let's hide for now, and we really have to hide before I keep working on my Roblox game. That player is coming back here again, and I hope he didn't notice where we are. But it looks like he's going back there because he really doesn't know we're here, and he's going up front, and I can see his car, and now he just left, and that's the best news ever. So I'm going to keep working on my game, but they have to help me choose what to add in my Roblox game. He said, add a real train now, and remove the one you placed. Okay, it looks like he wants me to remove the train I put in my game, so I'm going to remove all of this. Perfect, I removed everything except this thing here, because I'm going to use it in this part, but I'll have to fix it and make it better. So I left it like this, and also added this new Roblox train, but I have to see if it's going to be able to go through here, and I'll also place this in this part, and in this other part, but the train is completely bugged, and I don't know what happened to it, because it's just flying. Now I'm driving this train, and it actually works really well. You can see that this works normally, and now I'm coming up here to do the test. I want to see if it's really going to go through that part or if it's going to end up bugging. Now it's coming right through here, and it actually worked. My train is getting really interesting, but it's almost going off the tracks, and if it goes off the tracks, that's going to be really bad. It even made it through this other part, and everything here is going well. Now I can officially add more trains and also train stations, since I haven't added that yet. But we're getting up here, and the train is making another turn, and it's perfect. So I'm speeding up because I want to glitch this, and you can see it already bugged, and the train is really glitchy. Now I'm sure it's going to bug, and it got to this part and crashed here. But it looks like my friend is calling me. He said, come here. Now he got in the car, so I'm getting in too. And for some reason I'm up here, and I can move this thing. It even looks like this car is coming over here, and maybe this is bad, because maybe he knows we're here. And apparently he does. But there's one thing he didn't notice. I have this item, and I'm going to use this item so that he finally runs away from here. Now it looks like he's coming back again, but this time we're chasing him, so he finally stops chasing us. He's even trying to leave through the back, but he won't be able to. His car is really stuck in a place I didn't even know it was possible to leave a car in Roblox. His car is literally flying, but I just grabbed this item, and this time he's going to have to stop. My friend even climbed up there and is aiming this item at that player, and there's really nothing he can do. Now those players are coming here, and they're literally arriving to record what's happening, because they're spies, and that's their job. Now he's recording this, and that player is recording the spy while the spy is recording us. This is really confusing. Now he finally turned around and is recording what needs to be recorded. He even left and raised his hands to avoid problems. But this player is going to jail for everything he did, and what he did doesn't make any sense. Now he's being arrested, and the players are walking him away to show they have power. Meanwhile, the other players are following them, and finally, he's going to jail for everything he did. Now he's at the police station and will stay in jail here for a long time. Meanwhile, the spies are back here literally literally recording all of this, but I'm heading back to get my car because I left it in the middle of the street. I need to get my car to keep working on my game. So I'm going back to get my car. And now I'm coming here to pick up my friend because he's going to help me with my game. But the spies are right here recording all of this because their boss was arrested. There are even guards watching this place. I said, don't you want to see the Brookhaven trains? Especially because my friend suddenly became a guard. Now he's back to normal and it looks like he's really going to help me. So I'm coming here and now I'm going to place train stop points and put this building in this spot. I'm also going to place it in this other spot and I'll place it down here. But the last one will be right here. Besides that, I'm going to place this other item to warn drivers about the train. But I don't know if this really works, so I'll have to test it. I'm getting here now, and I'll have to go up here, but I can't get up, and I don't know how this works. I literally have no idea, especially because there are no buttons to press. But this is starting to look like a real update with actual trains. I placed this item here too to make it look nice, and it really looks great. Now we're finally going to test my game. Apparently he just left from here, and he really disappeared to enter my game. But now in this game, I basically take care of this train, and I'm the driver of this train. So I'm getting inside here, and you can see that this is really huge. But I'm coming here to drive it, because there are people I'll have to carry in this train in the game. So I'm starting to come up to the front. Now I'm driving this train, and I'll have to pick up real passengers who are in the game. So I'm coming up front, because this is going to be very important. I'll have to go through all the train stops to pick up as many passengers as possible. We're getting up front now, and there are 2 players here, and I'm finally arriving to pick them up. And for some reason, he's in front of the train. Now I finally stopped the train and just opened the doors, so he can come in. But my friend sat right in this spot, so I'll have to close the door. Perfect! I closed it, and now I can finally come to the front. And since no cars are coming, we're arriving up ahead, because we have the next stop, which is exactly this one. And there's no spot for the train to stop here, but up ahead there will be. And you can see that there are 2 passengers in my Roblox train, and everything here is going really well. Now I just got here, and surprisingly everything worked out. I even opened the doors so the players could get out, and one of them ended up leaving and is going back to his house. But now I'm going to accelerate as much as I can, and I'm speeding up this train a lot, and it's really starting to glitch. This train is starting to get really weird, and it's coming up here, and the train just went off the tracks. This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Everything here got super glitched. For those of you who don't know, Brookhaven updates a lot, and this was the latest update in the game, which added a new house. But what many people don't know is that there are completely secret updates in the game that I'm sure you didn't know about. So for that, I called this friend of mine who's going to help me do this. He said, our friend is trapped. Let's rescue him. Look, it seems like one of our friends is in this maximum security prison, but we'll go there later, because first I want to test the secret updates that were released here in the game, and there are really a lot of them. Then we'll save our friend. Now I'm coming here in my car, and he came here too. But guys, for those of you who don't know, if I come here to the school, there's a new secret update that came out. He said, why are there kings in the city? I'm even looking here, and there really are kings here, and there are a lot of really weird people, but I also don't know the reason. Now I'm arriving at the school, but there's a problem. The police officer came here, maybe to talk to us, and I don't know what he's doing here. But he said, don't go into the school. It's forbidden to enter because it's private property. Look, actually it's not. The school is simply public. You can go in there whenever you want. And apparently he's not happy, and he's holding this item. He said, leave. If you go and I'll arrest you. Look, I'm going to have to go in there, because the next secret update is in the school. And for those of you who don't know, if I take a sword to the right, like this one, it looks like this in my hand. But if I enter the school, the sword disappears, and this item for some reason is removed from my inventory. Even my friend is staring at me, and he said, why was it removed? That's a great question. There are several items that were completely banned from this school in the game. Here in the inventory, you can see that there are a lot of things that are locked. I really can't grab these items on the right anymore. But if I grab this other item, you can see that even more items are locked. And that's something really different that few people noticed in the game updates. He said, come with me, you're under arrest. Look, I'm not, and I'm not going to jail at all. But my friend is staring at me, and it looks like he wants me to go to jail. But now I'm really being arrested here, because I have to rescue my friend. And for those of you who don't know, my friend was unfairly arrested. So I'm getting arrested on purpose, basically to save this friend of mine. The police officer is even coming over here. Now he's arriving right in front of me, and this is really weird. I'm going to jail just because I entered private property. I'm even being taken to the front, because he's bringing me to a maximum security prison. But my friend isn't in here. I'm literally the only one locked up. But now, I'm right here in this part, and that's bad, because I got arrested to rescue my friend, but he's not even in here. He's literally not here. Now he's staring at me, and he's aiming back there, and he just hit that sign. That was really impressive. But I think he wants to warn me that there's basically no way for me to escape from here. Now he's using the computer, but I'm going to take this chance to get out of here, because my friend's not in here, and I think there's a way to get out of here, but it's a really hard way. Now I finally managed to get out of here, but I can't see anything, and for some reason there's a light up ahead, and apparently it's my friend. Looks like he was here this whole time. He said, you found me, but I don't know how to escape from here. Look, if you don't know, I'm here to help you, because I came to this prison just to rescue rescue this friend of mine because he's been locked up here for a long time. And for some reason, my car is right here. But now, he just has to follow me, and I'll try to figure out where the exit is. Now I'm arriving up front, and I'm trying to figure out where the exit is. But this is really hard. Now after a long time, we finally got out of here, successfully in Roblox. I managed to save my friend so we could test the secret updates of the game together. He said, come on, I know one. Okay, I'll follow him. Now he's coming up here and going exactly this way, literally to another player's house, because someone lives here. But now, he just claimed this house, and he said, this house got a new update. So I'm coming here to see exactly what got updated. He even opened this door, and the animation really looks different. The door opening and also closing animation is way prettier, and he can also open and close the door at the same time. You can see that now he opened both doors, and he also closed both. But for those of you who don't know, this is a secret update, because if you go to another house in the game, like this house that belongs to my friend, basically this won't work. I open this door, and the other one doesn't open. This system is really bad, and the animation is also really ugly. So my friend just showed a totally secret update. He said, are there more secret updates? Look, surprisingly there are. But first, I want to know why my car is here. So I'm coming here to visit this castle, and for some reason, my friend is kneeling in front of this king. He said, King, please give me $50,000. And guys, I don't know why he's asking that, but that's a really weird request. The king even stood up, and it looks like he refused, and just went back. That was really weird, and he's the weirdest king of all. But my friend grabbed this TNT, placed it right here, and just activated it. But suddenly he got banned. He said, are you his friend? But if I say I'm his friend, I'll basically get banned too. And if I say I'm not his friend, he's just going to see that. I don't know what I'm going to say. So I wrote exactly that, to make him confused and not know what I just said. And he really got very confused and just went back to his chair. But now, I have to get out of here because I want to see more secret updates. He said, can you go into the school with a car? Look, I think maybe not, but I want to test it. So I'm going to grab my car, and they came here too, and both of them got in. But I'm going to have to enter the school to see if I can get in with the car. I'm even arriving right here, and it worked. I can't grab those items on the right, but I can bring these cars. My friend is even coming up here to do something. Now he grabbed this car, and he wants to test if he can get inside with the car. And he managed to, even though he shouldn't be able to do that. But he finally came back here, because we have to test other totally secret updates. Here on the right, I can grab all these items, but if I come in here, you can see this symbol appeared. That's really weird, but it's a necessary update, which is very important to protect all of Brookhaven. So now, I'm coming up here, but there's a problem. The police officer came here, and he noticed we're in this area, so we have to get out of here quickly. Now I'm coming over here to the side, and he keeps coming after me. He really won't stop chasing me. You can see he's coming right here, and he jumped over this ramp, but I accidentally flipped over, and this is really bad. The car just flipped, and now the police officer is coming here to arrest us. He's even holding this item, and he said, everyone is under arrest. Look, this isn't good. So I'm going to delete the car on the right, and now we're basically getting arrested, and I really don't know what to do. But this friend of mine grabbed this item, and he gave it to this other friend of mine, and I also just received this item. Now the police officer can't come here anymore. Even if he tries to hit us, he won't be able to. My friend said, now we're immortal. He really won't be able to arrest us. He's even jumping here, but all of us pointed this item at him to really stop him from arresting us. He's even coming over here, and we're still holding this item, and he's not going to be able to arrest us. He said, now you're going to learn not to make me mad. Apparently, he came back here and is grabbing some items, so I'm getting in the car, and my friends got in too, and we basically stole his car. He's even running over here to try to stop us, but I'm already getting out of here, because there are more secret updates I want to test. But first, I'm going to give the car back to him. So I'm flying, and I have to put this car right here, which is going to be really hard, because I have to get max speed. But my friend said, why are you giving it back? He tried to arrest us. And what he said is true, but I'm going to give the car back because I don't want this car for myself. And unfortunately, I couldn't do it. So I'm going to leave the car flipped over. Now I'm coming up here, and I'm following this friend of mine who's coming over here because it looks like there's a new restaurant, and it's actually really interesting. Literally, all of them arrived here, so I'm coming here too. And this has the biggest line of all just to get food. He said, we don't serve food to noobs. You have to prove you're good at the game. And guys, apparently I'm going to have to prove that I'm good at this. So he placed this item here, and we're basically going to have to hit it, but I'm going to let them go first. This friend of mine threw it here, and he actually missed. So now it's this other friend's turn. Now he threw it there, and you can see he actually hit it. He really hit it, which was impressive. But now it's my turn to do it. I threw it here, and I ended up missing. So only this friend of mine ended up winning, but it looks like he got banned, and he was literally banned from here. I don't know why that player did that. He said, I'm not even the owner of the restaurant. Now it looks like he just left, and I don't know why he pretended to be the owner of that restaurant when it was all a lie. That was really weird. But now we have to go after him. So my friend came here in the car, and now I'm coming to pick him up because he lied to us. He's even running back there, and he thinks he's going to escape from us. But after everything he did, I'm not going to let him get away. He's even running back like that, and I don't know why he's doing it. But he jumped down there, and apparently he left the game. And that was the weirdest player I've ever seen. But my friend is staring at me here, and he said, let's test more secret updates, but far from that neighborhood. And that idea he had is really good, because that neighborhood is really strange. You can see the police officer is finally arriving here to see what happened to his car. I really don't think he's very happy, because his car is flipped over, and it looks like he's really mad. But this isn't the first time this happened. There's another one of his cars right here in the water, and for some reason there's a player here holding that camera. Now my friend is walking by here, and he just stood up, and he said, I found a guy who escaped from prison, and now he's taking a bunch of pictures. But my friend should get out of here, because I don't think that player is a good guy. In fact, he's taking pictures, and meanwhile the police officer is coming to arrest him. So I'm going back there to save my friend, because he can't get arrested. But you can see the police officer is arriving here, and I just saved him. He's basically in my car now, so we can test the secret updates. So now, I'm coming to this other neighborhood, because here there are no weird people who are going to chase us in Roblox. We're finally in peace. Over here on the right, I claimed this house, and my friend is also coming here to claim a house. And he claimed exactly that one. But for those of you who don't know, these two houses have a secret that only they have. If I come inside through this part of the house, I can simply open the windows like this, and that's something only this house can do. Now he finally got here, and he said there are more houses that do this. Look, I know there are more houses, but only this other house also does it. Out of all the houses in Brookhaven, only 2 houses let you open the windows, and I can open several windows. But if I come to my house, I can do the same thing too. It's something that should exist in the other houses in the game, but unfortunately it doesn't. And my friend said maybe it was supposed to be in more houses, but they gave up because it was hard. Look, I don't think so, because it's really easy to do this. He even came back here, and he said the police officer is coming back. Hi, guys, if that's true, it's really going to be bad. But it looks like a police officer is coming here, and he's coming straight into our neighborhood. So my friends have to follow me. Now I'm going into this pool, but I'll have to close it. We're all down here, and I'm going to close this part of the pool. Perfect, we're hidden, and it's impossible to tell that we're here. The police officer is even coming over here because he wants to check this. But the truth is, we're not here, and he doesn't know who he's going to arrest. He's even coming up to the front, directly to my friend's house, but there's no one here either. And now he's leaving without knowing what to do. He said, where are you guys? I came to say sorry. Look, I know he didn't come to do that. He came to basically arrest us. I'm not leaving here at all. But it looks like my friend is going to go out. He teleported just to talk to this player who's now aiming that item. That's really bad. But my friend ran out of there, and that player came too, but he got banned, and he's completely banned from the house. And my friend was really smart. He made the police officer stop chasing us. But I just remembered something. Our friend is still in the pool. So I'm coming here to see if he's okay. Perfect. I finally opened the pool, and now he managed to get out. I had literally forgotten he was under the pool. But all the windows in this house open, even the garage window. If I come right here, I can open it, and I can get out this way. And also, if I want, I can walk on the walls like this, which is a secret I'm sure you didn't know. And guys, if you want to add me on Roblox, just click the Become a Member button. I'll add you on Roblox.